Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans.
Football. We sleep. Wake up. Smoke back in. Smoke my friends.
They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up. The champs is in. Yeah. Wake up. The cake up. Raise up. Or make us do something we don't want to. Bite down.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. A dump down to McKinnon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Yeah, Mo.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that was a simple
too many penalties, bro.
with that completion, 0 yards gained.
Too many penalties,
so they're
Jack.
behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two.
Too many penalties.
Window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
Cool, cuz. Shit, I can't do
Now
it.
Jackson. Being chased out left.
I can't get him the carries out.
He chucks this one away from harm.
Hold on, I'm off my headphones. Hold up.
Now it's third down.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
Oh, shit.
I got a lot of issues up here in the booth.
Dang. Hello? Hello? Yeah. No, I wasn't planning on it. Why, you is?
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a third and 11.
Lucky 56.
From the
Where is
gun,
it?
Jackson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
His win?
Alex Okafor in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away.
No.
This is taken at about the 14. Call that one an even 60 yards.
I gotta look at the camera first, man.
And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Hers. What time that shit is?
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram.
Oh. Oh, no, that's it. Y'all already doing that. Fuck that shit. I ain't going there.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know I listened to you yesterday when we were
Nah,
watching
it's not
film.
gonna be
You
that
said right
time.
down the word
Nah, it's
vision
gonna be
for him.
fast.
It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was.
It's gonna
He
be
allowed some
fast.
blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Y'all just go ahead. All right, bro.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. The eluding the pressure right. And he'll
Oh,
toss
I ain't
this one
going. I ain't
incomplete.
fucking. If I open him, I got to finish this
Options, he
game. I got to
throws it
get him.
away.
Not too many
I'm not about
things
to be
get to a
rushing. They ain't
quarterback
even
of this
tell me. He didn't even tell me
magnitude,
anyway. I talked to
but
that
I
nigga
think
earlier
it's
and all
safe
that.
to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's
I
obviously a
talked to him
great
earlier. They
franchise
ain't even say
quarterback,
nothing.
but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
Yeah, I ain't tripping.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Breeze. They complete it to Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I like how they work the tight end on a
Yeah,
nice little under
where
route
everyone
there.
got
If you're
anyway?
going to give him that much
Virginia.
space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Breeze now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. They give him a gain of 38.
That's where you coming from?
Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 21-yard line.
Oh, wow.
Again, it's Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas.
Oh, wow.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And he takes it across into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Mark Ingram. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
That's what they were talking about.
Their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. 4 yards
They started at 4:30. I ain't about to, nah.
Never make the mistake that this
They ain't tell me about that.
the little guys like we're watching here are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Nelson, he was actually was on go. He wanted me to ride with him. But I'm like, he didn't tell me that. Tony only never said nothing to me about it. So I'm not about to rush. Just because,
now it's Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
I'm about to rush because of that shit.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Easy. 21. Left.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Thomas has got it. Complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now a play fake here on first down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now.
Now Brady's lost the football, and the Ravens have got it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Detroit! Detroit! Oh, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! Gun! Gun!
From the gun, it's Jackson. Now he's forced out left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down. Well, they held him out on second down, and now here's third and goal. Toss play to McKinnon. Oh, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jerick McKinnon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Got it!
On first down, Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here's McKinnon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
So let me make sure I have this right. He's already found the end zone once, and now he's ripped off a big chunk of yardage here on this one. His confidence is awfully high. So now I've got to put myself in the shoes of the defensive coordinator. Do I go ahead and sell out to try and stop him and force him to do something different? Or do I risk him having a big monster day against my defense?
Nice gain of 8 that time on 2nd and goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? He's going to get it running right. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And some room to work. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now Breeze lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. They run it with McKinnon. Down right around the 25. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the 1st quarter. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Detroit!
Jackson now. Flush to his right. He hits Baldwin right side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the 1st battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
This is caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Throwing now is Breeze. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Breeze hands to Ingram. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down. They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. Buying time to his left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that will help him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 50 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Watch it now, boy.
McKinnon. About 3 yards there to the 27.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Set. Green, 56. Green, 56. Detroit.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Doug Baldwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Breeze now on 1st down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
11. Got it. Under.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Steps away to his left. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. And they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Now Breeze, flushed out right. Now Breeze lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. On 2nd down, Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Ravens on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Again, Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. Now, this is something you may have to deal with when you give the keys to the offense to a rookie quarterback. Now 2 first-half interception.
And you do expect it. But I think this deep into the season, you're expecting that to improve and not see it quite so often, or definitely not in this case. So when he goes to the sidelines and the head coach puts his arm around him, he might not be talking to him in nice tones.
Breeze going to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. In his own end zone, it's Breeze. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Breeze now. That's caught at the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
13. Over. Got it.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Looking sideline, incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing. And
they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Breeze to throw again. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. That'll bring up second down. One man in the backfield. That's Ingram on 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So we reach halftime. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Now, lucky 56! Lucky!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now it's Jackson, flush to his right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Now McKinnon. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Over! No, check, Patriot!
They run once more with McKinnon. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
21. Got it!
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Here's Breeze. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. The Ravens on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Sam Cook now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Taking it about the 16. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. He's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here again is McKinnon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
A dump down to McKinnon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kevin Pierre-Louis not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a handoff looking right. And some space here. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. And that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13.
Leopard! Detroit!
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
That's caught by Meredith right side. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Got it!
From the gun, it's Breeze. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up this time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Kill. 21. 36. 11.
Play action. Breeze. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now Breeze, gotta have this one. On the crossing route, complete. That's Thomas. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. From midfield, here's Breeze. Looking here for Smith downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now Jackson on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Breeze will try again on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Watch him now, Barney!
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit the tackle to Kurt Coleman. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Jackson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
I haven't been a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with England. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Under. 21. Here we go. Got it.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Escaping the pressure right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10.
Over. Gun.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Jackson's going to throw it over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there, and that'll make it 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
That is caught. It's Perriman. Rashad Perriman off to the races. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Perriman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He's going to let it fly. That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 52 yards.
Easy. 21.
Breeze now on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
21.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Smith catches left side. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
The drive begins with a run by Dixon. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. 3-19.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Ravens, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.